So, Yellowstone National Park might be one of America's most fascinating places. But beneath the surface, it's hiding some of the strangest and most sinister mysteries on Earth. And the deeper we go, the stranger it gets. So, here's a list of the darkest Yellowstone urban legends. So, on Tier 1, these are known but are still very creepy. So, let's start with the obvious, the Steamboat Geyser. Now, this is the tallest active geyser in the world and erupts without warning, and no one still can explain its timing. Then there's the Yellowstone Supervolcano, capable of wiping out entire regions, and while scientists say it's safe for now, they still admit they can't predict when it exactly will erupt. And you can't forget about the thermal pools. Pools so hot and acidic, they've actually dissolved entire human bodies, leaving nothing behind. So, as we move a little bit deeper, we start getting into some more unsettling incidents. So, there's these things called the phantom herds. They're bison spotted moving in perfect formation, but only to vanish in low fog with no tracks. Then there are the unclaimed bodies. Hikers found in the backcountry with no clear cause of death. They just up and died. And we can't forget about the mysterious lights. Glowing orbs seen hovering above geothermal vents at night. There's videos all over the internet. And then the hiker who vanished mid-call. So in 2008, I guess, there was this man who was just on a phone with his friend, and he suddenly just went silent. But his phone stayed active for days, even though his body was never recovered. Now, as we start moving down into Tier 3, now these are more rarely discussed cases. There's a thing called the black pool color shift. It's one of Yellowstone's hot springs. It just turned jet black overnight. But there was no known chemical reason, and they couldn't figure out an explanation, even to this day. Wolves and elk suddenly abandon certain valleys for years at a time, as if avoiding something we can't see. Scientists have recorded geological pings underground, rhythmic pulses that don't match any known natural process. And then there's sudden silent zones. Areas all around where sound just stops for minutes at a time. We're talking wind, wildlife, just everything. So let's move a little bit deeper. Now we start getting into more conspiracy and folklore-esque type. Now, we're in the territory where people start to kind of just post online about, and it starts getting a little bit more far-fetched, but some of it still does have a little bit of merit. They talk about these military-only restricted zones within the park borders that, even senior staff can't enter. And then there's sonar scans of Yellowstone Lake that have picked up geothermic structures on the lake bed, shapes like walls and corridors. Some hypothesize that there's some kind of ancient city under there. Cavers talk about hidden thermal caverns, sealed off from the public, maybe for safety or possibly secrecy. And the missing. Many disappearances are tied to Native American legends about watchers in the land, spirits that lure people off the trail. We've all seen and heard the stories of mimics. So as we move into Tier 5, which is now our deepest layer of the iceberg, the geothermal dimensional rift theory. Now, this is the theory that some believe Yellowstone's thermal vents create distortion in time and perception. Native American accounts of Smokeless Fire, a spirit said to dwell in certain vents, taking anyone who stares too long into the steam. Then there's this thing called the seismic pattern code. It's a fringe idea that minor quakes from repeating patterns, as if it's like deliberate. And finally, the most unsettling theory is Yellowstone is a gateway. Not a gateway in the tourist sense, but an entrance to somewhere else entirely. So, is Yellowstone just a national park with a lot of natural quirks? Or is there something older, much stranger, and maybe not entirely ours, Because if half those mysteries are real, then there's a lot more going on beneath Yellowstone than anyone's willing to admit. So let me know what you think in the comments below.